Stephen A., how good does Nash make the Lakers?
Well, he makes them very good. He definitely is a significant upgrade because, for one, they have a point guard now, not somebody pretending to be point guard. Number two, they have somebody that's a threat from the perimeter at that point guard spot that's going to take some of the pressure off Kobe Bryant, and obviously that's incredibly significant. But the most significant element about Steve Nash is that he is a leader. He's somebody that will command the respect of everybody he's on the floor with. And the big boys are going to be very, very happy because they know that he is going to find a way to get them the basketball. And because he's going to get them the basketball and they're going to be more active offensively, that means they're going to get their shots. It's not going to be at the expense of Kobe Bryant, who will be happy about this. And as a result of it, again, it puts them in a better position to win a championship. I still wouldn't go as far as to say that they're better than Oklahoma City because we know they're the elite team in the Western Conference, as they showed us throughout these playoffs. But at the same time, styles, just like boxing, just like it makes boxing matches, styles sometimes make basketball matches. And if you can find a way around Oklahoma City where somebody else is fortunate enough to knock them off, or somehow or some way a miracle transpires and you're able to beat them, I think Steve Nash's presence puts the Los Angeles Lakers in an even better position to knock off Miami better than anybody else. I'm not saying they'd be the favorites, but they're better suited than any other team in the NBA to knock off Miami.
Yeah, look, I know I've been on vacation, but you've already lost me here. So you're saying
I always lose you.
Hold on
that's
just
no
a second now.
But go ahead.
The Lakers are not better than Oklahoma City, but they could present the better challenge to Miami in the finals if they get by Oklahoma City, who they're not better than. Is that what you just said?
You know what makes me laugh about you? All year long, you specifically highlighted how San Antonio was better than this team, but not necessarily better than that team,
no,
et
I didn't say that.
We're talking about matches here. I'm simply saying if they were fortunate enough to go up against LeBron James in Miami, they're better equipped to beat a Miami as opposed to Oklahoma City because styles sometimes make basketball matches. You are an intelligent man. You understand what that means. Don't start off your debate with a question to me. Answer the question.
So should we just call off the Western Conference Finals next year and just shoo the Lakers into the NBA Finals because they'd have a better shot against the Heat?
No. There are still moves to be made before a trading deadline. There are still injuries that could take place. All of these things, even your small basketball mind can comprehend.
Oh, my small mind that picked the Spurs to win the West. And what
that
team
picked Tiago Splitter to be a difference maker.
Yeah, well,
Tiago Splitter.
What team won the most games in the West? The team that you are carelessly disregarding once again. So you just dismissed the Spurs next year. You said they got no shot. Suddenly, the Lakers have leapfrogged the Spurs just because of Steve Nash? Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's get back to Steve Nash here. Look, I have long been a Nash fan, and I did love this move because it came out of the blue. And I applaud the Lakers for shocking the NBA world and landing Steve Nash when nobody gave them a remote hint of doing that. But Stephen A., the operative word here for me is I've long been a fan of Nash. He's long in the tooth. He's going on 39 in February. And my lasting memory of Nash last year in Phoenix was he's down at the end of the bench trying to stretch out his bad back. Now, are you telling me that the Lakers will be improved on defense because of Steve Nash? Because
no,
I can't see
I'm not saying that.
I can't see that at all.
I'm not saying that, but I don't put as much stock in that, considering the fact that in the NBA these days you're allowed to play zone, number one, and number two, again, because you have somebody who's a threat from the perimeter, it makes them more potent offensively because it'll free up Kobe, not to mention you're feeding the big boys, and if you make them happy, they'll be even more active on defense. So the combination of all of those things, I think, factor in to making them a better basketball team.
Bottom line, I think the Lakers are better, but they are now not better than the Oklahoma City Thunder or the San Antonio Spurs. And what you're overlooking, what I think a lot of people are overlooking, are you sure that Kobe and Nash will click? Because I am not. You remember, Steve Nash was an MVP product of the D'Antoni system in Phoenix that continued to run for the last couple, 3 years. In that system, Nash was the center of the universe, and he would get 13, 14, 15 assists a night because he would get the ball to 8, 9, 10 different Phoenix Suns. Do you think Kobe's going to be content being one of the cogs in Steve Nash's offense? Because I don't see that. And furthermore,
it's not about being. Go ahead.
Okay, furthermore, did you see the Lakers run a lot of pick and roll last year? Because I didn't see much. In fact, I read a stat last night. I think they ran 12% of their plays were pick and rolls. Steve Nash obviously runs the heck out of the pick and roll. So can Bynum and Gasol suddenly turn into pick and roll artists?
Gasol, not Bynum, but Gasol can. Yes, he can.
Okay, I will believe it when I see it. And where will Kobe fit into the pick and roll? Are you sure that Kobe will love this, just watching Nash operate, dribble?
You're so disrespectful. You're so insulting
to
the basketball IQ, to the basketball IQ of one of the greatest basketball players we have ever seen in Kobe Bryant. It's not just a pick and roll situation, a screen and roll situation. It's a problem. It's a multitude of directions you can go in. If you're Kobe Bryant, you can break down cats off of the dribble. You can feed off of Nash. You can use Nash to take a break, so he's giving the ball to Bynum. He's giving the ball to Gasol. Kobe Bryant cares about closing. Kobe Bryant cares about winning. You act as if this is still a Kobe Bryant from 2005, once Shaquille O'Neal got traded, who's on this mission that he can prove what he can do as an individual. He's a league scoring champion. He's a league MVP. He's a 5-time world champion. He's a future Hall of Famer. He has nothing to prove. His objective is to win basketball games.